Well, hello everybody, back again. We're at this little flat again. We haven't been here for a long time, but we've had a change in circumstances, so I think we're going to be here a bit more often these days. So let me just give you a quick look around, because I can't actually remember what position we were at. But this is the major development. My glamorous assistant is back. And she's actually cleaning up the windows now. I don't know if you remember, but we've had a bit of a saga with these windows, okay? So here's all the new windows. But that window there's been fitted, which is in the bathroom, and that one there, which is in the bedroom. And the replacements, would you believe, are the wrong size as well. So we're just at the end of our tether with all this at the moment. So what we're going to do is just clean up these windows and make the best we can out of them, okay? I can't wait another month or two for more replacements to be sent. And I think the company's getting fed up with us, so we're getting fed up with them. So, oh, here she comes. Just passing through. So we're just going to carry on. We're going to ignore those two and try to make the best of the installation that's there and see what we come up with, okay? So, at last, we're doing a bit of woodwork, which I absolutely love. These are the door linings. Now I'll show you where these go. If we come over here, you will see that there is this is the wall construction. So we've got a bit of 3x2, 2 bits of plasterboard, which obviously doesn't look that good. So the dry lining, the door lining goes here. So that will fit in there like that. I'm just using an offcut to show you. That'll fit in there like that. And then the architrave covers over the top here. So that gives a nice finish to the opening. This is actually one of the headers that goes across there at the top. So she's just taking the sharp edges off. And then we're going to give these a coat of undercoat, just so it's easier to do it here rather than when they're actually fitted. They will need probably 2 undercoats and maybe 2 top coats. So this is just a first coat, just to get progress going. But isn't she good? She's a multi-skilled, you might say. Look at that serious face. Mira la cara en serio. Oh, she's concentrating. Now, she's never done any of this before. She's never used a plane or anything like that before. But, you know, you just show her once and she just gets on and does it. So, we'll come back in a minute when she's finished that. That might work, I think. A little bit in this corner. A bit more in here than that. I've gone along there with a lot more. It looks better. Gotta get out with my finger. There we are. Trying not to get any on the plastic. Just let me sort myself out. Okay, as I often say, don't fiddle. I think that's about as good as that's going to get for this coat. I do have to fiddle out of it. There we go. Okay, I think that's about as good as it's going to get. This big lump at the bottom, I'm just going to chuck this in here because I've decided, if I show you here, I can show you here. Here, I've decided we're going to have a window board on here rather than just this. So I've got a bit of wood to go over here, but all the same, I've got some extra, mixed up too much as usual. So I'm just going to chuck it in here to build this up a bit so that I can, when it does get eventually siliconed in or whatever, glued in, or I might have some screws in it or something, I don't know yet. It's a bit better supported at the back. It's just a case of using this up really. Okay, so I'm just making a window board for this little window here. First bit. Let's see if that fits. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Okay. Now, this isn't a right angle, unfortunately. This is all a bit squint, this reveal here. So I have to kind of work from the front back, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to measure the front now and take it from this corner to down here. That's 5, 5, 8. 5, 5, 8. The front corner, 5, 5, 8. And then that distance, excuse me, that's 173. Now, this isn't 90 degrees, so how are we going to do that? Okay, there we are. Let's see if that fits. It's an odd shape this, so I don't expect it to fit perfectly. Oh, actually, that's not bad, look. Tiny bit of a gap there, but that's nothing. So I'm going to put a bit of a bull nose on there and along the front, and then we'll fit it in. I think by the time that is sanded, that'll be quite nice. Yeah. think that's perfect. Right, a little bit. She's always happy doing something.
¡Que viva la patria mía! ¡Que viva mi selección!
I bet nobody else has a painter like this in their house. Anyway, these are the door linings. We've got 2 over there that we've done against the wall, and we've got 2 here. And we've got some headers over there. I've just got to get 1 painted today, because tomorrow I want to get 1 of these fitted, and I'll show you where it's going to go. Over in the bathroom here. Now, I'm setting up my tiling gear here at the moment, because I want to get this bit done today, finish off this. I've done these bits there. I want to get this wall finished today, and then tomorrow I want to put door lining on here, and then a piece of architrave, and then I can finish off this wall. And then we've only got that wall to do. We haven't got the tiles yet for that. And we still have to get some kind of tape or something to tape these up with. I keep forgetting about that. So it's very, very cramped in here, but I'm going to try and video something. I don't know if I can, but if not, you'll just see the end result, okay? Okay, so I'm up here trying to fit this, and something has gone seriously wrong with my measurements. Because I've got this here. And this is the side, and there's a dirty great gap. I have no idea what I've done there, but that is 35mm difference. So if I just lay that on there and that's on the floor, that's where it needs to go. Look. I have no idea what I've done there. Now, I took all the measurements from the first door I put in, and I actually had the door frame fitted in, and I've made all the doors. If you look along here, you will see I've made all the doors the same height. So I'm going to have the same problem with them all. So I've come up with a solution. When we were stripping the house out, always save all the old bits and pieces of wood, and I found a piece which is actually 95, which is the thickness of this to the outside of the plasterboard, and it's 30mm instead of 35. So, oh, it's not actually, it's a little bit different. So I think I can put that in there, put that up there, and there's only 10mm of difference at the bottom, which I think is acceptable. Those two door linings are now fitted. And Madam has just put in a quick coat of undercoat on that. We've got to fill in the holes, obviously. All these are going to be filled up with wood filler, which I have, but I forgot to bring with me. So I'm going to carry on with that. I've got two more to do, which is one here and one over there. So let's crack on with that, eh? Here she is making lunch. We've got a little stove here, one of these little camping stoves, and she's making what we're having for lunch. ¿Qué hay?
Arroz picante.
Oh, spicy rice, she says. There we are.
Y pollito.
I have all the door linings fitted now, and I've also filled and sanded all the fixings. So the next job is to put the architraves on. Now I've had a lot of trouble trying to find architraves. I've got some packs here, real wood, because I didn't want MDF. Now every single timber merchant in town only sells MDF now. And you wouldn't believe, but I actually bought these in wicks, and they were very cheap, and they're made of redwood rather than whitewood, and they're actually really good quality. I know normally Wicks has a reputation for pretty grim timber, but these are actually really good. So let's get you set up, and I'll go and fit one. Two there. Put this top one on. Now I have already marked the height of it here, so I don't need to worry about this side. It's bleeding. Why do they put these stickers everywhere? Or at least put them on the back. Don't put them on the front on the moulding. Now, this is going to be tricky because I've not actually got very much to, because of my error before. I've not actually got much to stick to here. Let's try that. Oh, that's just going to make it, I think. Okay.
¿Solo tengo?
No. The only problem with brads is they've got a very small head. Bit lower. We're now in the little cloakroom by the front door, and I'm going to carry on with the shower installation. So there's the two pipes, hot and cold supply, and they've got to go up to this bracket here, which is it's made by Bristan, and it's a wall mounting kit. So what I'll do is I'll go around the other side and show you how it is from the other side as well. This is it on the tiled side. So you cut a hole the right size, and you just put these four fixings in. I've used these ones, which are came with a kit, but you can also just, if it was plasterboard, you could just fit it into the plasterboard in the backing. Is it here? See, there's 4 little lugs. You just put those stainless steel screws through, and the pipe work is going to come up through from here. I'm going to have to put a hole through here, and they go through there, and eventually there's an olive that goes on the other side to make the connection. But it's an expensive piece of kit, but it really is a very easy thing to use. It saves a lot of time, a lot of hassle, and you're guaranteed that your centres are 150mm to fit any thermostatic bar shower. So let's crack on, and I'll get that pipework made in. I've just checked up with the manufacturer, and hot goes on the left, bearing in mind this is back to front. Hot goes on the left, cold on the right. And unfortunately my pipes are the wrong way round. So I'm going to have to do a crossover. So let's get a hole in here. Let's do the hot first, because that will be the easier of the two to do. If I just make 2 holes through here just now, this is 3/4 inch holes for 50mm pipe, and I think that one will be down there. I'm going to have to bring one up here like that, and the other one is going to have to cross over down here, which isn't too bad, I suppose. Not what I wanted, but let's do this one. Obviously it would have looked a whole lot nicer if these were paralleled, but there we are. Let's get on with putting that in now. Okay, it's a lovely day today. It's I'm just looking out the window over there. It's about 20 degrees today, so it's nice and warm for a change. Quick progress update for today. We have painted all the door stops, although we're not going to be putting them on until we get the doors on. Obviously you've got to put the door on first before you do the stops. All the architraves on. I've done all the filling. Just got a couple of little bits to sort out. The wood seems to have shrunk a little bit since I put it on a couple of days ago in the heat, and while that was going off, I've continued with the shower installation. So I've got that one in now, and I've got to turn the water off because this one's live. That's the cold water. Drain that down, and then we'll crack on with putting the other side in, which is going to go up to there. Okay. Okay, last 2 connections. This one's a little bit trickier. There we go, got a lovely ring there. Just like that. Freeze a bit. And there we have it. Madam's holding the camera. So there we are, hot and cold all in. So we can carry on and put the plasterboard on this bit. Oh, I've got a little bit of insulation I've had to take out. I've got to put that back in. And then we can put the plasterboard on here. Okay, well that's a little bit of insulation that I had left over here. So I've got to go down the yard. I've got a big roll of it down there. I'll bring a bit back. But it's Friday afternoon, and as they used to say in my day, it was Poets' Day, if you know what that means. So I'll say goodbye for now, and as usual, If you like our stuff, please give us a like. And if you really like it, tell somebody else so they can subscribe as well, okay? So we'll see you Monday morning. Take care.